host of the Gridiron.
Giants must avoid this one catastrophic mistake. And this is all along the lines with these quarterbacks here, right? Now, there was at least one article here that I saw. Okay, yeah, there's one article here. They'll make a catastrophic mistake. Giants need to avoid making this one catastrophic mistake. So this is we're talking about the quarterbacks here. Giants are starting at a crucial decision, or staring, with the third overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. While they are in desperate need of a quarterback, the absolute worst thing that they could do is mortgage the future to trade up for one. General Manager Joe Schoen and head coach Brian Daboll are fighting for their jobs, but making a panic move in a draft class that lacks elite quarterback talent could set the franchise back for years. So so they gotta, they have to. Shane said he always tries to do what's best for the organization, right? But is there going to be a point in time where he's like, well, if we take one of these quarterbacks in number 3, then neither one of them is worthy of the pick number 3. But I want to do what's best for so I don't want to reach for a quarterback. But man, if we don't take a shot at one of these quarterbacks, my job's on the line. So we need to grab one of these quarterbacks. We got to come out of this draft the court. So he's got a hard. He's like, well, if we get a quarterback, we don't, and say I get fired from my job, right at the end of the season. I'm like, taking a quarterback number, is that what's best for this organization this year and down and for the years to come? So he's trying to weigh that stuff out. Much of the pre-draft buzz has revolved around Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Absolutely. A talented passer with undeniable star power. Thanks to Papa Prime, right? However, a significant portion of that buzz has been fueled by his own media team, which has masterfully crafted a narrative of him as the next great NFL quarterback. The Giants have certainly shown interest attending his games and meetings, but it's unclear whether they're actually all in or simply doing their due diligence. What makes things even cloudier, is that the Giants have also done extensive scouting on Miami's Cam Ward and Ole Miss's Jackson Dart. If they were locked in on Sanders, why put so much effort into evaluating other quarterbacks? Ooh, good point. This could all be one massive smokescreen to bait another quarterback-needy team into making a desperate move ahead of them. Staying put is the smart play. Giants hold the number 3 overall pick, meaning they aren't guaranteed to land their preferred quarterback if 2 teams jump ahead of them. But that doesn't mean that they should panic and trade up. This is not a draft loaded with elite quarterback talent, and reaching for a passer just for the sake of it is a dangerous game, one the Giants have played before with disastrous results. Their roster still has massive holes, from the offensive line to wide receiver to the defensive secondary. Trading future draft capital for a quarterback that isn't a surefire star would only make the rebuild even tougher. The smarter move is to stand firm at number 3 and take the best player available, whether that's a quarterback or another top-tier prospect. Shane and Daboll are on the clock. With ownership expecting results, Shane and Daboll are in a tough spot. They need a quarterback to build around, but they also need to be realistic about this situation. If they force a trade and miss, they'll not only cost themselves their jobs, but also leave the Giants in a worse position than before. The best course of action, let the board fall as it may. Evaluate all options, and if no quarterback is worth taking at number 3, pivot to the best player available. Desperation moves rarely work out, and the Giants can't afford another blunder at the most important position in football. I'm saying, so that's the one thing, right? It's like what Shane is, he said, I always try to do what's best for the organization, right? So it's, is there going to be a point in time where he's like, we got to get a quarterback, or, if we don't get a quarterback, or, you also might be like that. Let's get, even if we're reaching, let's get a quarterback. That might give me 2 years, right? Because we'll get him in there, right? We'll get Sanders in there sometime in the season and get some excitement going on, right? And then, we'll work with him and all that, and that'll give me maybe a second season with him, and maybe, something will happen, So it's going to be a point in time, is are they doing what's best for their jobs, or is they going to do best for the Giants organization? So, I mean, a lot of things to consider, because, what you want to do at number 3 is take somebody who's worthy of the number 3 overall pick in the draft. And, so you look at like PFF. I know they have, the last time I looked at them on the draft board, they had, I think they had Cam Ward was the 17th overall player on the draft board, number 17. Let me see here. Let's see here. Let's see if it changed here at all. All right. Let's see. Tools. Free agent rank. Draft board. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Because they only had one quarterback in the top 25. That was Ward. He was number 17. Let's see if it was a couple days ago. Now this board is fluid, so it does move. Now Cam Ward is still number 17. I mean, they got all kinds of guys ranked above Cam Ward. So they got him as the 17th ranked player in this draft coming up. So you want to draft somebody at number 3, who might be the 17th, right? And then they got Shedeur Sanders. He was like number 40 or something like that last time I looked. 40 something. What the hell's he at? I think it was just, according to PFF, that's all I'm going by here, right? They had Sanders was 43. I think those are the only 2 guys. Right? 37, quarterback, tight end. Yeah, I mean, obviously, this will certainly change, that's for sure. But they got Shedeur Sanders as the number 43 overall prospect in the draft. And they got Cam Ward number 17. So, I mean, you're according to PFF, they take one of those 2 guys at number 3, they'll be reaching big time. So, right. If you take the best player available, obviously, at number 3, and if it's not one of the quarterbacks, I mean, some good players, really, really good players. There's a tackle, there's wide receiver, a lot of these positions we need. I think there was a safety, there's a cornerback. I forgot their name, but there was a safety, there was a cornerback, there was a tackle, there was a wide receiver, there was a defensive lineman. I mean, I don't know if Hunter would actually fall to number 3, the cornerback / wide receiver. So, I mean, there's a lot of positions out there at number 3 that the Giants could. I mean, there's Carter. I don't know if Carter would fall to him, an edge rusher. You can never have too many edge rushers. So if the Giants don't take, quarterback at number 3, there's plenty of good players for the Giants to, get a real good player to add to their lineup. So that's what they're talking about. Don't make a catastrophic error and reach for a quarterback. So.